All right, so let's start with the camera. I use a Sony Alpha 6700. It's not a super high class camera, I would say like a medium class. At the time when I shoot the video, I think it's 1,300 or 400 euros in Germany. And yeah, why is that a good camera for this purpose? It's got a fast and intelligent autofocus, which is important for fast moving objects like cars or motorbikes. Then it got a good sensor stabilization. This is important if you zoom a lot. And yeah, at the racetrack, you often need to zoom like 200 or 300 meters. So you can imagine if you shake your hand a little bit, the video will be hard to watch. So a good sensor stabilization helps. And then if you want to do slow motion videos, then you need like a high frame rate. So FPS, frames per second, means a normal video has like 30 FPS. That is like 30 pictures after each other in 1 second. Means it looks for your eye like a smooth video. So if you want to do slow-mos, like half speed, for example, you need 60 frames per second, because then put it at 50% and you still got the 30 FPS per frames per second. This camera actually has 120 frames per second at 4K recording, which means I can put it at 25%, like the first clip you saw in this video is reduced to 25% speed, and it still looks smooth. However, the video you see here is actually not filmed by myself because I'm riding the bike. It's filmed by my girlfriend and especially her brother, who is doing great camera work. I film myself with an Insta360 Go 2. It's a very small camera in my helmet. Then I have one in the cockpit, GoPro Hero 11 Black, or an Insta360 Ace Pro, and one in the back, a GoPro Hero 7. If you ask me what is the best camera, I would say GoPro has the best image quality, the GoPro 11, but it also has a lot of problems like freezing or overheating. So often when I come back to the pits, I see the video didn't record, which is really annoying. And Insta360 never has those problems. So yeah, you have to decide by yourself. When we move on to the lens now, and you will check what it costs, it's for a good lens, it's actually not that much money, but of course it is money. You might ask yourself if you really need such a camera. So the question is, do you really need it? Maybe not. If you are a lot in the pits or shoot a lot of close-up videos, actually you can do it with an iPhone. This clip here is shot with an iPhone, and I want to show you an edit done by the brother of my girlfriend, which is absolutely great, fully done with an iPhone. He also has a drone, but yeah, just check out this edit and then we go on with the lens. I really like this edit. He uses another software to edit. He does it all on his iPhone. So the whole edit you saw was done on an iPhone, filmed and cut. But yeah, let's move on to the software later. Let's quickly go through the lens setup. So this lens is a 70 to 350 millimeter APS-C lens. I don't want to go into detail what is the difference between APS-C and full frame lenses. I think it's going too far, but 350 millimeter APS-C is definitely enough for the racetrack in my opinion. And the advantage of APS-C lenses is that they are smaller, so it's easier to move, and the quality is really good, as you can see. Then important is a good stabilization again, because not only the camera, also the lenses can have stabilization, and they have an autofocus. So I think this lens from Sony together with this camera works really well. Yeah, So let's move on with the other equipment. I have a video mic from Rode, just also 40-50 euro for a bit better sound quality. Then I have a monopod. Many people think you need a tripod, but I actually think it's not working well, because on monopod is easy to carry, and if you film like a flyby, like from left to right or right to left, it's easy to move the camera on the monopod. So yeah, that's fully okay. You just screw it in the bottom of the camera. And then I have a bag. And yeah, basically that's it. So let's quickly check the settings. I have 3 presets here. 1, 2, 3. And basically it's all the same, just with a different shutter speed. So there's a basic rule for filming. If you film in 30 frames, 30 frames per second, you should use double the shutter speed. So I should set the shutter speed to 60. Put the ISO on auto, and the rest everything also on auto. And if I want to do slow-mos, or my filmer wants to do slow-mos, go to second. And then you can see it's 4K 120. And the shutter speed is 1/400. This is more than double, because this is for dark weather, if it's cloudy or something. But if it's sunny, go to 3. And then it's also double again, 120 to 250 in the bottom. And that is basically everything we do. And then the video should be all right. Editing. So how do I edit the videos? This software is called DaVinci Resolve. There is a full version, which is like 290 euros or something, very expensive. But there's also a free version. You can just download it. And all my videos I edit and cut with the free version, because there's a lot of functions you can use. It's enough for me. So how does it work? This is the editing page. So here in the bottom there are different pages for different things you can do. The main one you need is the editing page, where you have a timeline for video and audio. So where you put the different clips and you can adjust the clips. Then there are only 2 more you need maybe. This one is the color page, where you can add the color, and the export page. So when you finish editing, you export the video to an MP4 or whatever format, so you can watch it on whatever you like. So let's start and do an example. How do you get the videos into this editing page? You can get it via the media pool. So I have 2 examples already in here. You just have your footage from the camera and go to your folders and drag it into here. And once you did this, you can drag it from here to the timeline. And yeah, let's start in the beginning. This is where the timeline starts, from 0. But the first part is quite boring. So let's say I don't want to start from the beginning. I want to start from, yeah, here I'm writing. So then I can cut. I use my keyboard to do it quite quickly. I just do like this, and it's done. But therefore you need to learn the shortcuts. If you start, you can also use this one to cut. But yeah, you can also check online how to use the shortcuts. So I want to show a few seconds of this, and then I want to show the next video. So I can cut again, or I use the second video and drag it over this one. But I suggest to put it in another video line, because if you do this, it will always show the top video line. So video 2 will be shown, it's above video 1. So if we start here, it will switch to this one, but it will show both of the audios. So if you manage to find the correct place of the second camera and just put it exactly on the spot of the track where the first camera is showing the video, I hope that makes sense, you can have exactly the same point on the track and switch between the cameras. That's what I do a lot in the videos. So let's say it's here. Then I say, okay, the rear camera has better sound. So I delete the sound from the front camera, and I only show the rear camera sound. And now I can cut here this video for a few seconds, delete it, and it will show video 1 again. So it means I can switch between the cameras. So as you probably saw, this part here was not the right sound because I didn't sync it now, but that's basically how it works. Now you can say, the colors don't look nice, so let's adjust the colors a bit. So we go to the color page, and here you can do a lot of stuff I don't understand myself, so I just use a few things. I use only this one, the color wheels, and you can say color boost, like put it to 10, saturation to 60, a bit more contrast, and now you can see there's already much more colors, like it looks more vivid. But you'll say, but I want to have the others as well, like this. So you can then, if you think this is okay, you can say copy and paste, and now you see how it changed. You can check here on the curves, paste. It just copies the same style of colors, and that's an easy way how to adjust the colors. Now I can show you one more thing maybe. You can also switch between different projects here. So I open another project. So let's go to the beginning, and I just explain what I did here. So that's just one onboard with an arrow I put on here, and then there will come some more stuff. So I can explain how to do this. So this was some text edits. So you can go here into titles and then text, and also drag it. Don't put it over this, then the video is destroyed. So always in a layer above. And then you can say, custom title. What do you want to write here? So let's say wheel, but we don't want to show it here. We want to show it in the left bottom, and we want to make it maybe red. So I hope that's, of course it's quite fast how I click through it here. Just want to show what you can do. It will show here. You say, it's too long, I just want to make it until here. So that's how you can basically add different things, add different videos after another, and then you can build some more special stuff on top of each other, which of course requires a bit more practice, let's say. And here is an example of like camera from the back and front. I switch here between back and front. So you see I overtake this rider and then I switch to the rear camera. Now it just shows the rear camera with the sound of the rear camera. So that is basically how I edit clips. And then in the end you go to export page and you say, okay, here I want to name it like this. Add to render queue, and then render, and then it's done.